We've been telling you about the White House walking back, something that President Biden said in a recent speech. Critics calling his off-script remarks controversial, some saying it was a gaffe. President Biden says he spoke from the heart in his comments over the weekend in Poland when he said that Russian President Putin cannot remain in power. Again, the White House walking those statements back, saying the U.S. is not calling for regime change in Russia. But according to former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, Putin probably doesn't care. She told NewsNation's Ashley Banfield the Russian president has long thought the U.S. is out to get him.
Would you say it? Would you say that Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power?
Well, I think, the president explained it. He said it was his personal opinion. He was reacting emotionally after he'd seen the refugees. And again, I don't think that the Russian government really cares about that statement. Putin's spokesperson responded almost immediately to say that, the Russian government, the leadership of the Russian government is up to the Russian people. And I think that is the policy of the U.S. government.
But what do you think? What's your moral outrage? What's your concern, and how do you feel?
I think that Putin needs to be stopped, or he's going to continue. I mean, that is what the history has shown. Putin invaded Georgia in 2008 and took 2 chunks of Georgia. He invaded Ukraine in 2014 and, not only illegally annexed Crimea, he started a war in the Donbass in the east. And he is now continuing in 2022 with this war all over Ukraine. And so I think that the Ukrainian people are asking for our help, and we need to provide that help to them.
Ambassador, do you think that had the Americans done something sooner, say in 2014, when Crimea was Putin's campaign, would this be different? Would we not be seeing these pictures of twisted metal and roiling flames and desperate people and bodies everywhere if we had done something sooner?
I think that we did a lot in 2014, but in retrospect, obviously, we didn't do enough. I mean, we provided, obviously there was a lot of scolding of Putin. He was kicked out of the G8, and it became the G7. There were sanctions that at the time were considered to be quite strong and seemed to have a deterrent effect on a further invasion of Ukraine in 2014, 2015. But I don't think we did enough.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.